I'm back at it again. It's Carolyn, Mission at 60. My old hauntings, walking down Davy Hill to Causeway Bay, and then probably up to the bank, and then back home. There's not far you could walk. But I love walking. I was with Joycelyn, and they took a bus to go up the hill. But I'm in denial. I am 20 pounds heavier than I was the last time I was here, and I refuse to die because of not being disciplined. So here I go, walking down the hill, making the most of the breeze. There's a nice cool breeze, not hot. The sun is under a cloud right now, so it's just a beautiful, beautiful day to walk. Mission at 60. We have been focusing on just leisure, getting away from the cold in Georgia, and going on a cruise, and then hitting Montserrat for the rest of the winter. Well, until January, then back to Florida. And what tips do we have for you guys today? Oh, every time you bring up money, people say, oh, but money is not everything. It's not. Depending on money is not what we are supposed to do. We're supposed to be depending on our God. But we do need money, and when you go to the grocery store, they're going to ask you, is it cash, credit, or check? I don't know if they even ask you about checks anymore. So in actuality, if you don't have money, you will not eat, you won't drive a car, you won't live in a house, you won't go on vacation, you won't do any of the things you want to do in life. So that's how very important money is in the economy. Now, the difference is that when you do have money, you have to open your hands freely and not hold on to it with your dear life, because as long as you hold your hands, nothing else could come into your hand. All you have is things, whatever is still there. So I want all the working people to realize that when we're young, that's when we are supposed to work. When we're in our 30s and 40s, we're supposed to put in the most of our labor. Slow down around your 50s, and then try to get out of there in your 60s. Try to get off the plantation in your 60s. And the only how we could do that, we used to have pensions where the company give you a pension. Now we have 403B and 401k, and we all think it's better. But 403B, 401k, it's subject to the markets up and down. But that's what we have, so that's what we have to use right now. We don't have anything else. We only have the 403B, 401k that most company gives to us, and they match it. Some match it right up 6%, some 7%, some 3%, some 2%. But yesterday I was reading a gem, and this is what I found out. If you're self-employed, you have to put your 6% in for Social Security twice. Now, when we work for a company, we put 6% in for Social Security. The company put in 6%, and that gives us the 12% that we need to put in for Social Security. Well, Social Security go by your 35 working years. You have to have 35 working years. If you don't have 35, they'll assign 0. Say you only have 25 years, then they'll assign 0 to those other 10. And when they do their math to find out how much you get a month, those zeros bring your numbers down. So that's why in Social Security, some people get more money than others, and they're saying, oh, it's the state you live in. It's not really the state you live in, it's your income. It's solely based on your income. So if you only work 10 years, you might only get $800. If you work 10 years and you were making $500,000 for those 10 years, you might get $4,000 to $5,000 a month. So this is another thing to take into consideration. In your youth, don't have those low-paying jobs, because those low-paying jobs are going to affect you with your Social Security and how much money you get a month. So you want, in your youth, you want to get your highest amount of money possible. So remember, we have to work, and with Social Security, you also need something else. Social Security is not enough. Social Security is not enough to take care of you in this economy. You need something else. So as much as we think that we could just depend on the government for Social Security, and that's going to fund our whole retirement, it will not fund retirement. It won't fund it. You're going to need more than that to fund your retirement. So today, we went to 401k. I didn't go because I went off on the Social Security aspect of it. We'll catch up on the 401ks and the 403bs. For right now, remember, you need 35 working years for Social Security. It's your high-paying wages. Having low-income jobs does not help. So for those of you who do not want to go and put in the hard work now to get the degree, to get the diploma, and to get those jobs that will yield high income, you are always going to be at a disadvantage. Remember, it's what you do in your youth that you reap. You only get what you sow. If you sow potatoes, you're going to reap potatoes. If you sow low income, no income, you're going to reap low income, no income when you get to retirement age, or if you retire before that. So please do the hard work now. Do the hard work now when you're young. For those who out there are still in their 20s and 30s, put in the hard work now so you could rest and relax when you're older. I used to do 6 12-hour shifts as a nurse. I had 2 full-time jobs. 6 12-hour shifts. 3 12-hour shifts at one job and the other 3 at another job. And that's why at 60 I was ready to quit. I was tired. I did my time. And I started working at 17. So I have 41 years in. They only need 35. So, mission at 60. This was your Social Security update today. Like, subscribe, and pass it on to others. Thank you.